Good morning, or maybe it's good afternoon. It could be good evening where you are. Well, it doesn't matter what time it is. I hope it's a good one where you are. It's a very good morning here. Let me take a span of the garden so you can see. Cloudy, but it's a little cool. At 71 degrees Fahrenheit, it's cool here. And it's the perfect time, perfect conditions to work in the garden. And today, I'm going to show you another way to keep pests out of your garden. So as you come in, just tell us where you're watching from. And I want to welcome you to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Remember to leave a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. Share the channel and help us to grow. Thank you in advance, and thank you so much for watching. Now, as you can see, I'm in the pineapple bed. And here we have some weeds. Weeds harbor pests. So, another way that we're learning this week to keep pests out of your garden is to get rid of the weeds. Yeah. If pests use it as their habitat, then we can also grow diseases. And your plants are very sensitive. Some plants are so sensitive that as soon as the pests come in, you see the effects. So today I'm going to be going into the beds and getting rid of the weeds that are competing for everything that the plants need. They compete for sunshine. They compete for their nutrients. For everything that the plants need, weeds compete for them. So we're going to get rid of the competition today so that we can keep the pests out. All right, so stay with me. Let's weed out the competition. Thank you for coming by. If you don't mind, just go ahead and give your thumbs up. Yes. And those of you who have not yet subscribed, and I want to thank those of you who subscribed yesterday. Joshua first. Good morning, Joshua. Thank you for that thumbs up too, Joshua. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Yes. It's a lovely morning here. A little bit cool, on the cool side. Just 71 degrees Fahrenheit. That's on the cool side here. I know it must be cooler where you are. Matthew, good morning. I don't know if it's morning where you are, but it's a good morning here. Just let me know what time of the day it is where you are. It's 7:33 a.m. here in the South Florida area. Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your thumbs up too. And don't forget to subscribe. Help our channel to grow. And this morning we're talking about another way. Thank you for those hearts too. Appreciate it. And here's another way to keep the pests out of your garden. And that is weeding. We don't want them living here. Ashley from Detroit. Good morning, Ashley. Thank you so much. It's 6:33 where you are, Matthew. Oh, you're an hour behind. Okay. Yes. Good morning. It's early. Yeah, early morning there. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah. So if you don't want pests to make their habitats in your garden, get rid of the weeds. Get rid of the weeds. And when they come, those pests also carry diseases. And your plants will suffer. And you will suffer because you won't get the food that you want or you need. Okay? So let's go weed them up. And by the way, once I weed them up, those weeds are not going to waste, The weeds are going in this container and then into the mulch bed. And that mulch turn into soil. So So we're making use of everything in the garden. Thank you again for coming. And when you're weeding, remember your gloves. Don't ruin your hands. You know, when you weed, when you take the weeds away from your plants, it prevents the weeds from choking them too. It gives the plants room to breathe. Thank you for coming and welcome again. Welcome once again to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. We here at the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden encourage you to dig a hole and plant something, whether it's in a container, in the ground, or in the bed, raised beds. Plant something. Once we're finished, when I'm finished with the weeding, for those of you if it's your first time, I'll show you some of what's going on in the garden. Remember your thumbs up. It goes a long way. If you would like to help the channel to grow, just give a thumbs up. Of course, subscribe, watch the videos, share the videos, and leave a comment. And if you'd like to see more, join the membership. Just click the join button. You'll get exclusive content. You'll get more content. You'll be the first to see some of the videos. You'll get a shout out during the lives. I have to be careful because some of these are not weeds. Right in between the pineapples, we planted some okras. And here's one of them right here. All right, let me see who's on. Who came on since the welcome? The channel, good morning. Ikuta, good morning. Good morning. I don't know if it's morning where you are. It could be good afternoon, though. But welcome and thank you for stopping by the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Yes, we are delighted that you decided to stop by. And today we're talking about another way, because all week we've been talking about how to keep pests out of your garden. And another way is to weed out the competition, because that's what they do. They compete for the plants, nutrients and sunlight and everything that they need. So thank you for coming. I'm right here in the pineapple bed. When you're working between or around pineapple plants, you have to be careful. They are very prickly. Yeah, the birds are active in the garden. Can you hear them? I'm weeding out the pests. That's actually what we're doing, because we don't want the pests to become occupants in the garden. So if you weed out all the undesirables, then the pests won't have anywhere to live. Here are this is an okra plant. Here's another one and another one. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for your time. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you for your thumbs up too. All these weeds that I'm getting from here will go straight into the mulch bed. And in the mulch bed, over time, it becomes good soil to be used in the garden. This tool right here brings up the weed from the roots, and that's ideally what you want, because if the weeds are still in the ground, they just continue to grow. So you need to get them from the roots. All right, let's go into this tomato and callaloo bed. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. Today we're looking at another way to to make sure pests don't stay in your garden, and that is to weed. Get rid of the weeds. Weeds arbor pests. So that's what I'm doing here. And this is a callaloo or amaranth bed along with some tomatoes. Please, thank you for your thumbs up. Please remember to leave a thumbs up. Making sure that you get the weeds up from the roots so that you won't have to come back again tomorrow to try to get rid of that same weed. Because as long as they're in the ground, they're just going to continue to grow. And they just take away the nutrients that the plants need. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for stopping by. Or is it good afternoon where you are? I'm going to use the weeds in my mulch bed. I'll show you where the mulch bed is, where we grow our mulch that turns into soil. Thank you for coming, guys. Thank you for your time and for your thumbs up. And those of you not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I am getting rid of the weeds, and that's one way to keep the pests out of your garden, because pests love to hide in weeds. And if you have lots of weeds in your garden, all it does is take away the nutrients from your plants and the sunshine. Everything that your plants need is what the weeds are competing for. So the sooner you get rid of them, the better it is for your plants. So the little weeds like these are usually more difficult to pick up to get from the roots. By the time you grab them, they break. Now this little device here does exactly that. It gets them from the roots. Yeah. And here's my container that I'm putting them in so that I can take it over to the mulch bed, and there it will grow soil. Here we have 2 tomato cages. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. Thank you for your time. Thank you for visiting. And let me remind you about your thumbs up. And if you've not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. There's a lot that you will learn on this channel. So your first lesson today is one way to keep pests out of your garden is to get rid of the weeds. Yeah. They'll use the weeds as their habitat, which eventually get to your plants, because that's what they want, those pests. They just want to eat up your plants. They want your good food. So you have to make sure that you get the food, or at least you get more than the pests. Gardening is hard work, so you can't allow the pests to get more than you, more work, more food than you. Yeah. Thank you once again for your time. Thank you for stopping by the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden, a family channel. And here we have a host of fruit trees, and we plant our vegetables in our raised beds. And this is the time of year, the fall, where we plant our vegetables. And we have to get ahead of the pests because the pests are very prominent. So there are things that we do. As you can see, some of our vegetables are covered in with nets, under nets. Oh, let me show you. Here's one over here for those of you, it's your first time here. That bed up there is covered, is netted. And this one that I'm going to be working in, this one has collard greens, lettuce, and there's a spot there. We're waiting for the celery to grow a little bit more so we can plant them. And it's right there, right here. Let me lift this up. Now I need to turn this around because the zipper is on the other side. This is the celery that we're going to be planting right in here. And here we have some seedlings, look like callaloo or amaranth. That's the lettuce that I need to harvest today. It's getting away from us. All right. There's not much weeds in here though. Don't see hardly any weeds. That's good. All right, so I need to turn this around, this, because it's, instead of opening it, taking it off like that, I could just unzip it and show. So let me do that while I'm here. Some of these collard greens look like they're ready to be harvested too. Oh, it's inside out. See the zippers here? I see with the zipper, you just open it and you can work, work inside. There's several zippers here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces that you can get in. Oh, I think I should just go ahead and cut this right now instead of. Yeah, I could make I could make a sandwich for breakfast. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm gonna cut this so you can see. Let me go get my shear and cut some tomatoes. Oh, not tomatoes, some lettuce. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Anne. Yes, yes, Anne, I am. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. If you like what you see, go ahead and give a thumbs up. And subscribe as well so you can learn a lot. All right, so where's the zipper here? Okay. Okay. So this has grown a lot. Could make a few. I could make a salad from this. Yeah. Let me cut these. Yeah. I think by tomorrow I will be harvesting some collard greens. And I have some kale in the other bed too that I was looking at that need to be harvested. There's always something to be harvested. Yesterday we harvested some guavas and what? Ackee. Today is lettuce. Nice garden. Grow what you eat. And eat where you grow. Yeah, man. Grow where you eat and eat where you grow. Live in Florida. And, oh, you're my neighbor. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. I hope you have a little garden somewhere. Do you? You don't have to have land space, you know. Like I tell my viewers all the time, container gardening. I'm going to show you my container garden. Hold on. Let me put away my little harvest here. All right. Oh, before I do that though, let me check to see if there is any guavas on this tree. One moment. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. No sound. Sorry. Yeah, I was just saying there's only one guava. And here we have a nesberry tree. And there seem to always be nesberry on this tree of various sizes. So once you're harvesting, there's always some there waiting to be harvested for the next time. Yeah. So this tree is loaded. And right in front, if you just come in, here is we have some callaloo right here. And there is tomatoes, 2 cages right there, and another 2 cages right here. Oh, and down here is a string beans bed. our string beans in that bed right there. And if you want to start, if you don't not sure about what you should grow, when if you want to start a garden and you want something quick, string beans, tomatoes, and bell peppers. That's the way to go. Good vibes backyard. Thank you, Anne. Yeah, string beans, tomatoes, bell peppers. You will get some quick harvest. They grow fast. And here is where I was weeding out the pineapple bed. Well, it's actually pineapple and okra, because in between the pineapples we planted some okras. And this is a Jamaican sweet potato bed. Tell a little story about this bed. This is where we had our last harvest from in the spring. Yeah. And so we usually plant, we don't plant the same thing in the same bed every time. So our intention was to harvest this bed and plant sweet potatoes in another bed. But if you plant sweet potatoes, you'll know that sometimes there's some that's left in the ground, and then they started growing. Yeah, I made good use. You're right. I made good use of the land there with the pineapples in between. Yep. Thank you. So there were some sweet potatoes left in the bed, and they started growing. So we thought, oh, good, we could just get those slips and plant them in another bed. But before we know it, this thing was just growing, 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 and then we start seeing blossoms. So what's the point of taking them out? We just left them right here. And here is the bed. Hopefully, we will have sweet potatoes soon. Sweet potatoes takes 90 to 120 days to harvest, to get to harvest. We usually let it stay a little bit longer just to make sure that we have something. In this bed right here is where we have most of our brassicas. Oh, and brassicas include kale. There's kale, there's broccoli, and there is mustard greens in this bed. And I can see some of the kales are ready to be harvested too. And then I'm getting a new net. Look at the holes, different type of nets. Because having a hole in there will just bring the pests. Yeah. And you're looking at a cherry tree right there. Those is called Barbados cherries. And then there is the sweet sop tree. There is one sweet sop on it. Tim, good morning. Good morning to you, sir. How are you doing? And this tree has not borne any sweet sop for 2 years. And so we started feeding it with our kitchen scraps. And if you look below it, you will see the kitchen scraps are growing. So we have harvested from below, but nothing from the top until a couple of weeks ago I saw one fruit, sweet sop. So that's good. So down at the bottom, the only thing we planted deliberately are some pineapples. But then we got some volunteer plants, tomatoes, bell peppers. We even had a cantaloupe. And then I see some things under there looking like, with some vines, it looks like either sweet potatoes or beans. Your hand good for growing. And it's not mostly my hands, you know. My husband, he's really good at that. So we will plant together. I'll do the videoing and I'll do the harvesting. He does most of the planting. So I let him do that because he can plant anything and it will grow. See that little coconut right there in this container? Oh, we talk about containers? Well, we're starting the coconut in the container. It's a dwarf Malayan coconut. Yes, and thank you, teamwork. Hey, AG Born, Jamaican, good morning, sir. Are you on the road? Yes, Anne, big him up, yeah, man. So anything I want to plant, I mean, I'll do some planting too, but for the most part, that's his hands. See that container garden over there? All the... Yes, you're in Alabama. Okay, drive carefully. That's a pineapple container bed. And we harvested 3 pineapples from over there a couple months ago. And right to that, next to that, is a apple tree. It's an apple. Annie's saying hi to you, AG. And we have some bananas over here. I can't take you any further because you will start buffering. That's why I'm here. And we have in the containers right there in that orange container are papaya seedlings. But I'm going to take you around so you can see some of the papayas. And we have also back there coconuts. And here's another coconut tree right there. Let me bring it closer to, yeah, there it is. This one is going to bear fruits for the first time. Yeah, we just had them last week. 1, 2, 3 coconut trees that are bearing fruits. 2 of them is for the first time. We have a leaf of life in that container on the ground there. Yeah. Oh, that fruit, that tree right there is a star apple tree. And let me show you. It is right next to... There it is. That's a star apple tree. No use Wi-Fi outside. Use data, no buffering. Are you getting buffering right now? Is it buffering? Because it doesn't buffer on my side. So you need to tell me if it's buffering there. I thought I had data. All right. And then back here are some more banana. Oh, there's plantains on the other side of the garden that I can't take you back there. Even with their data, it's still buffered, my dear. And this is our ackee tree that has given us so many. Oh, a little bit, Tim? Okay. A little sometimes. Okay. This ackee tree we have harvested from, I can say now, at least 20 times for this season. We're just a few there now that it's finishing, but there are new leaves coming in. And we have a new... Oh, that you're going to see a short today. I think it's this banana plant. You see that flower? Yep, a new banana. We just... Every time we harvest a banana plant, now every time we harvest a bunch of bananas, another plant starts flowering. So there's always either bananas or plantains growing. And here is what we have a lot of. Papayas. Papayas and pineapples, we love. So we have a lot of those. So this tree just started blossoming. This one has some fruits. And here is where we've been harvesting from. You need to start selling me some fruits. AG1, you willing to pay? Usually we just give them away. We give them away to our neighbors, friends, and then we freeze some. Neighbors, friends, and families get them. If you're close by, hey, one of these days when you're driving by AG, could get some. And this is a hog plum tree. Beautiful sunshine. Yes, the sun is just coming up out of the clouds. And here is another. Let me know if it's buffering. Here is another tree that we've been harvesting from. Papayas. And this tree has been growing papayas for many months now. We have harvested, I would say, close to 200 already. And there's some way up there. Listen to the birds. Nice. And more papayas down there. And back there, so we also have avocados. Why could a person not be able to eat a banana? How could a person not be able to eat a banana? What do you mean? What do you mean, Tim? Oh, you want a banana is what you're saying? All right. Then there's the coconut trees down there. We have a, oh, if you go on my channel and look at a video, maybe even a short, you will see the huge avocados that came from a dwarf avocado tree. Oh, you can't eat bananas. Oh, you're allergic to it. Mm-hmm. Must be the enzyme in the banana that you're allergic to. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. And we have another pineapple bed. Yeah, avocado, yes, and uh-huh. And let me show you some more pineapples. Oh, this is where my mulch area is. I need to bring those weeds that I weeded, and I pour them here, and it stays there and turn into soil. This is another pineapple bed. There's one in a container there. Oh, I need to weed that out too. Another pineapple bed with another one in container. If you can, try planting up pineapples in container. To me, they come out bigger. What I've noticed. Don't know why. Oh, I see a papaya on the ground. Let me go check. See, good. My name is Marva. I'm Marva. No, it's not no good. It's no good. No good. And you don't use your channel? Are you a content creator? And here is our June plum, or dwarf June plum tree. I like the ripe ones, and I see one I'm gonna have. No channel, AG. Okay. Well, go check out AG's channel. He also has a garden. You should see his pepper. Oh my goodness, his pepper garden. Lovely. He showed a pepper yesterday. I'm telling you, it's so healthy. All those varieties of peppers. Yeah, check out AG's channel. He also does lives on his drive. He's a truck driver. Yeah. Check them out. Okay, you can check. Oh yeah, he's telling you that. I didn't notice. He's telling you. Yeah, here's a June plum that is ready. I mean, they're all ready. Some people like to eat them green. I prefer them ripe. And then this papaya decided that it's going to grow in there. So, we were thinking about we were going to take it out. By the time we looked to take it out, it was too late. What are you saying, AG? Your mouth is watering for some of those June plums. Man, sorry about that. And then I have my, right here, this is the herbs bed. I'm going to remove the netting so you can see. I have to bring it down a little bit too. I'm going to go find your Marva. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah. Find me? Yeah, you see, okay, you're in Florida, so you should find me. Oh, guys, sometimes we have parrots that come in here. I was looking, I thought it was them. But sometimes, it look like one of them is no. Sometimes we have parrots that come in here by the dozens. That means there's an aviary somewhere. And I have a video I need to put out that shows some of them too. I have scallion right here in this bed. There's scallion in there. There's parsley. oregano, thyme, um, and basil. Basil is my favorite. I'm mad at you right now. AG said mad at me. I'm still tasting the June plum in my mouth. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me, Anne. I have scallion. I planted ginger. I've done it before, and the last time I did it, it didn't grow. I need to do it again. But in this bed, there is basil, scallion, thyme, oregano, and parsley. Somebody gave me that container, that box, one of my subscribers, and I thought, I'll just plant some herbs in there. I measure you with love. The chicken coop, I'm not allowed to have it here, my dear. You know, you're in the city, you can't have that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, thought about it many times, but I can't. We'll get fine. So we grow, everything we grow is what we eat. I like you not have no. I know you don't have no. Yeah, no coop, no chicken coop. A lot of people were doing when the prices of eggs went up. A lot of people were asking around if they're allowed to have chicken coop, and that's when you get educated. You're not allowed to have that here. No. But I'm thinking, yeah, man, you're allowed to have dogs, and dogs bark and make noise. Why can't you have your little chicken? But I guess you have to follow the law, right? Yeah. So in this garden, birds are come. That's why I put up the bird feeder. I love raising it. Yes. By the way, that's why I say go check out AG. He has chicken. He has chickens. I saw he showed us when he built the coop, when he got the chickens. Hey, you start getting eggs yet, AG? I don't remember seeing any videos with eggs. AG BJ, is that your name on white? No, his name is AG Born Jamaican. Yeah, his name is AG Born Jamaican. That's the name. What you see there? That's what it is. But yes, talking about the birds. And so we have several birds that come through, several types. The one you're looking at right now is a native black bird called a grackle. Then we have blue jays that come through every day. We have a red cardinal. We have doves, and then somebody's parrots. I mean, a whole lot of parrots. I start raising my chickens from an incubator, so I know what goes in them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The incubator. Yep. So no eggs yet, right? So I'm going to take, yes, lots and lots of eggs. Okay, I need to go check again. I need to go look at the videos. I need to go look at the videos. Yeah. I'm going to, now that this container where I put the weeds in, I need to take it over to the mulch bed. Yes, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Sometimes I sell eggs at the flea market. All right. So you get enough for that. Great. Great. It's such a good feeling when you can harvest or grow or harvest what you grow. Yeah. And like you said, you know what's in them. So everything here is organic. We don't use pesticide. The pesticide we use are pesticide that we make. I make liquid, not pesticide. Excuse me. I mean fertilizer. Make our own fertilizer. The pesticide we use is only one, neem oil, and that's an organic plant-based pesticide. Neem, Neem, or I use rice water. A very easy one to make, because all you do is use the water from which you wash your rice. We'll look for you, AG and YT. Okay. The water from which you wash your rice, that's what you spray in your plants. That's a good pesticide, and it takes care of white flies and aphids. All right, Anne, goodbye. Thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate you stopping by and having all these conversations. Thank you so much. You have a blessed day. So I'm going to get rid of these weeds right now. I do that. Okay. The reason why my peppers are looking the way they are, I use the chicken manure. Of course. Yes, I know. I use chicken manure too. Somebody gives us chicken manure, and that's the manure that we have right here in these beds. Yeah. AG, it's saying blessings, Tim. Yeah, these beds, chicken manure. It's the best manure. From what I understand, it's the best manure to use. Most effective, they say. Though you have to wait a long time for it to cure, but it's worth the wait. So the sun has come out now, and usually that's my cue. Wash this off. So yes, folks, I thank you again for your time. I think this will be the end of it for today. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for your conversation. Thank you for sharing and for subscribing. And I hope this won't be your last time. So come back next time and see what's happening right here in the Charles Fort Lauderdale garden. And take care of yourself. Remember, self-care is health care. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Tim.